So good evening to all. Welcome to the 10th session of Rise Up. So let's start our debate. So alternative chances will be given to both teams. So one from against team can talk, and after that for team. So you have maximum 2 minutes, and after our presentation is over, we will move on to our question answer session. So make sure that everyone in the team participated in the debate. So who is gonna present first? For team or against team? Yes, Anirudh, you are from which team?
I am for the mother tongue.
Okay, Anirudh, your time starts.
Yeah. In colleges with the native tongue, mother tongue is important, as most of the people who get admission are mostly this native language. So most people will learn to speak with the teachers and close friends, especially when the teachers and close friends know that they are the native language. They will speak with them that native language only. So it's very good that you know the native language of that college.
Okay, then who is gonna present from against team?
Can you all hear me?
Yes, Ayati.
Against colleging in mother tongue. English is a general language, so in future we will be able to communicate very easily in English if we know this language. It is not the case that we should not speak our mother language or mother tongue, but we should know what exactly English is. People who all like in medical, there are a few terms usually for doctors or for medical students. So they have to be aware, because such terms are in English, so they should know what exactly it is.
Okay, Ayati. So who is next from 14?
Can I?
Yes, Navajit, you.
The poor people who have studied in their mother tongues in schools, it will be difficult for them in the college as it is English. It will be easy for them if at least some colleges are in their mother tongue.
Okay, Navajit. So who is from against team?
I would like to go.
Okay, Nikhil.
Okay, so I want to make a point that if we are in school, many children and teachers will be coming from our own locality or even our own state. So and they will be speaking mostly the language we speak. So it will be easier for us to communicate if we are in school. But in college, many people, different people from different ethnicities, cultures, regions around the world will be coming, and they'll be speaking their own language. So we need a medium to communicate with each other, and that medium, English, is a mostly popular language. So because if there's a medium, it will be easier for people to communicate. And that's it.
Okay, so next who is from 14?
I would like to speak now. What is our common point and what we are defending is, so the most of the people are poor. In case of India, many people are so poor. So when they try to take in government school, it's often in their own native language. So they might not be used to English a lot. So now when the same thing comes in college is already very difficult for them. They might be feeling so hard to come over it. There are some points, like even the exam, they need to be careful about everything. So what we try to tell is that as the government should ensure good education for everyone. So when for now, when it's not there, they should also have an option to study the colleges in their own native languages. So there were some points made like from the opposite team, like having English in the college might be a good practice for them to use English in their future. But always the language English is not required in our career. It's according to the person's own interest. Always we don't need English. And there was also another point, like people from different regions may come to one college. Actually, that's true. But here, I think Navajit made it clear. He mentioned that some colleges should be present with the native languages. Not not all of them. So English, we also need English colleges. We are not defending against that. But the native colleges, the native language colleges are also required. These are our points. Thank you.
Okay, Jyotish. So who is from against team?
I'll be going now. So I actually agree with Jyotish, to be honest, because I think that there must be colleges. We must have an option to either study in our native language and also in English, because as Nikhil said, people from various regions of the world will be coming to our country, and there might be cross country education. So it might not be possible for everyone to actually learn the language of that specific country. Like in countries like Korea, there are courses available both in Korean and in English. So international students can opt to study in English if they wish to do so. So it's not really compulsory to learn Korean if you wish to study in Korea. So, but at the same time, if you want to know more about their culture and anything about Korea, you can also opt to study in Korean. So there must be an option to study in Korean and English. So I think that's so I think all the educational institutions should have an option to study in our mother tongue or in English. That's it.
Okay, Meenakshi. So who is from 14?
Can I go next? Thank you. I'm from the 14, and so my point is that like students learning in the mother tongue would probably be more comfortable in the environment, and then because of that they'll be able to grasp the concepts way easier. And also I've noticed in my classes, I'm not telling the names, but in my classes some of the students, when they are learning in English, they find a bit of difficulty in communicating and expressing their views. But then when you go for the language class, they are there's like you can see the difference on the comfortability on like there's a huge change when they're speaking in English or when they're speaking in their mother tongue. And also like probably if for a solution for schools to be like this, we could probably have like a multilingual classroom, like where not rather than like giving value only for one language, if we could give value to all languages. And if you could do that, it'll be more easier for the students and there won't be any pressure or anything. Thank you.
Okay, so who is from against team?
Can I go?
Yes, Radhi.
So basically, I want to state that mother tongue is a language that you use for communication between family or your friendly society, like friends. While education is more of a formal event where you gain knowledge. So colleges, when students come from different parts of the world or even the country, they can't understand what you're trying to say, especially when English is used as a major language. And also India is a country with diverse languages. For example, if a person from Delhi comes to study in my state, that is Tamil Nadu, then they will find it difficult if the college professor explains his syllabus in Tamil. So it'll be easier for them to understand also, because education, whatever language it is gaining knowledge, and especially formal. So it is reasonable to use the major language used in the world, that is English. So for conversing and understanding for students coming from all around the world, it'll be easier for them to know the syllabus better or understand it better if they have it in English.
Okay, Ridesh. So who is next from 14?
Sorry.
Okay, you can.
No, you can. I'll ask it later on. Thank you.
Okay. I have a point that is in colleges, some students have difficulties to speak in English. So when they speak in their mother tongues, these students who know to speak English can translate them. So that will be easy for the students who doesn't know English.
Okay, Chutki. So who is from against team?
Me. Yeah, I would like to say that English is also necessary, even though native language is to be used, but English is also necessary in some places. For example, I would take the country Sri Lanka, where a war broke out in the basis of their regional languages. Like Sinhalese was imposed on Tamils. They were forced to learn Sinhalese even they do not like to wish. So for that specific country regions, English, they would prefer English than the use of Sinhalese, because they are being discriminated and imposed by Sinhalese for their languages. Also, in many countries like India, where the population is high, English should be learned, because like for jobs, in countries like India, there wouldn't be sufficient jobs to stay there. So so we must know English so that we could go and work to many other different countries. As like for US, there is an exam for English, right? Even if you want to migrate to there, so there must be a basic language, because English is the most general language in the world. So I will say that English is also necessary in the purpose of teaching in colleges.
Excuse me, can I ask one the doubt related to the debate? Actually, I'm little new. Can I ask?
Yes, go on, Anirudh.
Yeah, can we express more than 2 points? Because I'm a little new to this the thing, so I'm not very used to it. So I wanted to ask this thing.
Actually, Anirudh, you have 2 minutes and you can express anything.
Okay, I went unknown of this fact though. Okay.
So who is next from 14? Is anyone there?
So I would like to make a point. As Ayadi told, he told that there are no terms in native language for English. So in Malayalam, there is a new book, that new dictionary for science. So in it, there are equal words for English terms in Malayalam. So, and one thing that I want to make is, they told that students from diverse places will come to universities and these like places. So they will one minute. Can I speak in Malayalam? Okay.
Yes, I think.
കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷനാണ് കുഴപ്പമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞത്. കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷന് കുഴപ്പമുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ 1 തൊട്ട് 10 വരെയുള്ള ക്ലാസ്സിൽ തന്നെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മീഡിയം ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് എന്തായാലും പഠിക്കണം. ഒരുവിധം എല്ലാ സംസ്ഥാനത്തും അങ്ങനെ തന്നെയാണ്. ആ ഒരു ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ നമുക്ക് കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ നടത്താവുന്നതേ ഉള്ളൂ. അപ്പൊ ഈ 10 കഴിയുമ്പോഴും അത് മറക്കാനൊന്നും സാധ്യതയില്ലല്ലോ. അപ്പോ കോളേജിലെത്തിയാലും നമുക്ക് ആ ഒരു ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് വെച്ച് തന്നെ കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ നടത്താവുന്നതാണ്.
So he's telling that everyone have studied like English language from 1 to 10 standard. So he's saying that no need of that we can communicate after. We can communicate with English because we have studied it in the lower classes. Okay, so Sriyesh.
Yep. I'm for a 4th team though.
Yes. Sorry. So against team, is anyone there?
We are finished.
Okay, Sriyesh. So you can, Sriyesh, you can tell them.
Well, I'm just saying that if we spoke in like the state's mother tongue, we can communicate better with our friends, and we can get more new friends, and you say if you're in Kerala, then if you speak Malayalam, then more teachers will recognize you, and you have more friends.
So everyone have present their views. So now we move on to question answer session. So you can ask questions to the opposite teams.
Yeah. Can I?
Yes, Anirudh, you can.
I have a request to make. I don't know who argued with me, but I know their points and also opposite point also, but I don't know who argued.
Sorry for that. Yeah, they told that the English is widely used so that foreign people come and they come and speak India this language, and many people have learned English, so it is a common language amongst college, so it's more better to use English. Am I wrong? That is the point, right?
What was argued against me? Okay, I have an opposite point for that. Actually, for example, we'll take a state in India, Tamil Nadu or Kerala, anything we can take. Then mostly some children do not know English, this thing, their own language, that is some other thing, but most of the people will know their native language more. Suppose Kerala people know Malayalam, almost all people know Malayalam, and Tamil Nadu is almost even anyone we see almost knows Tamil. So it's like that. So they join in their college, they take their rank or range of colleges which will suit their language. So now suppose if we suppose only to write exams in what to say in this thing, their native language, what will happen is that so they have to do a lot of range of things. Suppose for example, they have to learn how to write Tamil, and then for example, if I take a language Tamil, they have to take how to write Tamil. They have to speak Tamil with those who aren't fluent in English, like that, for example. So it's always better if you're going to a native college, it's always better to know little of our native language before going forward to English. Thank you.
Yeah, and I want to counter that. Yeah, you said it was right, but for that states also, many people from especially in Kerala, people are learning English from the most least class till the 12th. So they are also very familiar to English. So if Also, like I want to say that even if they are comfortable in learning in their native language, but it's not very much likely to it is not very much likely to that most teachers wouldn't be speaking in the same language, right? So mainly in Kerala, there would be teachers coming from many other places, so they would not be familiar with their languages, so they can't teach in their native language. So it's not an option that even though if we know a native language, it wouldn't be easier to learn from a teacher who doesn't know it. So that's my point.
Yeah, and can I oppose it? Is it allowed?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I can this like yeah, actually what you said is true. Suppose like for example, you say that from 1st to 12th they learn Malayalam, that is true. They learn English, that is true. But I hear that most of the schools, native schools, offer like this thing is becoming compulsory. This thing, their native language as the second language. This was an experience to me when I was getting admission in another school. Like Tamil became the compulsory second language due to a law passed. So it's
regretted because I am in some school which does not offer it's Indian school, but what to say is that it's Indian school Muscat, which is located in Oman. But Tamil doesn't has a range of such in the place in Oman. So so mostly like languages like Malayalam, Sanskrit, like those languages are there. So what am I saying to convey is that it's better to learn the native language, or else many people won't put in this thing underdeveloped countries. That's one point. And secondly, what is the other point is that many people, if they are in fluent in English, will opt for their native language, and most people will try to speak in that only. So in colleges also, the teachers as for the teachers points, yeah, that's also true. But what is the most important point is that like suppose there are professors teaching this thing their own language, like that all. So so this thing what to say is that this professors may be preferring to go opt in that in this foreign colleges, like that. If they are very fluent in English, they would rather go to a college which has much scope for English, or they will mostly opt for that. So most of the teachers will be Malayalam teachers, for example. If you say like that, they will know at least a bit of Malayalam, if not so much, not fluent, they will know a bit of Malayalam, like at least to communicate a bit. That's what I am meaning to say. Like as I said the before point, the exam papers thing, that the exam papers are usually written in this thing only, Tamil, this thing in some colleges, native colleges which strongly support the native languages, even the exam papers are also written in the native language only, the questions. So it's always advisable. So then you can't struggle at that time, right? Trying to, then it will become a case of mug up. So we need to mug up so much things to it will be tough for us. Like if, as we know, college studies is also very tough. So what to say is that it's always better to know the language at least, so in case it does not become too much tough.
Yeah, I want to make a short point that that if we will know the language by studying in some younger classes, right? So it won't be a big challenge to learn it for the colleging purpose. That's all.
Okay, so
Can you repeat? I lost network. Can you repeat?
Others could say my point, because I'm not allowed to repeat it many more times.
Oh, no, okay, no problem.
So any other questions?
I would. Okay, you go.
Yes, Jyotish. Who
Actually,
is going to?
okay,
Yeah, Jyotish, go.
okay. So I would like to oppose one point that Ritesh was telling. So he was telling like if people from other regions come there, they will find it hard to learn the native language of that region. But actually, Navajit also made that point, and I think I made it more clear. I told we are not trying to tell like all the colleges should be having the native language of the region. It should be just some of the colleges for people who are too poor. So now the government education is not always in full English. They just teach English, but they're not speaking that. So everyone might not be confident in that. So when they're coming to college, even the syllabus might be tough for them, asking the doubts and all. So there was a point made of the teachers. I did not understand that, but I think you meant teachers from other regions might try to come to our regions like that. So here also, I also want to make a point. Some teachers might get some opportunities here if it was in the native language, because all the teachers might not be educated enough to know English. They might be better to speak in their native language too. So making some schools with native language might help a lot of people, including students and teachers. Thank you.
I would like to oppose that point made by Jyotish. Can I?
Yes, you can.
Well, like when you're selecting a college, you can't like necessarily have a choice in which college you'll go. Like sometimes there'll be only one college according to you, or like you'll get only one top college and not you can't like choose which college you want to go.
Actually, what I meant is it should be the government's responsibility. Just like they should have the native languages too in their colleges. That's all.
Yeah,
So then
government, this thing, mostly government schools provide their native language only as the first or second language. So even if we don't get top colleges, if we prefer to go to government colleges like that or such, native languages, so native colleges, it will usually be in the Tamil language, the native language. That's a like, even if we do not need a top college, we can't say necessarily all top colleges are only native language native colleges like that, but whatever college, like most of the colleges in that state will be like to say a native college. So so we can it's more preferred that native languages must to be learned, and the teachers as for the teachers, they will prefer to go in the place where it will be comfortable for them most. So it is always preferred that the native language people will go to their native colleges. And as for as for the teachers matters, it is they will go to the languages they and the education skills they opt most. Thank you.
No, I'm just saying that like in top colleges like NIT and ICER, everything, like there'll be many teachers from abroad also who has more experience in in that subject more than like our teachers. So always colleges prefer to have like more experience like teachers.
No, I mean, see, the people who are not fluent with English are mostly poor people. First, we need to make that point. So then they also opt for mostly government college because the fees are low. So in the the colleges, it will be perfect for them. That's what I meant.
No, but
And,
sorry.
Yeah, you proceed.
No, as like actually government colleges, like you need very high marks to go inside government colleges. Like the first like if you get low marks, the first thing you will get is around like you'll get private or private and government quota. Like government colleges, like you need high marks.
Okay, can I this thing oppose this one?
Can I make a point?
Okay, and yeah, sure.
Okay, so Anirudh said, I would like to oppose the point that it is not the, like, for example, I'm staying in Mumbai. So staying in Maharashtra, I should know how to speak Marathi because it is my language. But we should also know how to speak English because it will be nice if we learn English. In future, it will help us. So we also had made a point. I mean, Meenakshi also said that it is not. I mean, we should not. We should also know English.
It's not like always like you don't need English, but what I was coming to say is that most students will be of the native language only. There are many foreign colleges and native colleges. Not all foreign students will come and go in the native colleges and come and study. So it's more best to learn the free native language. Of course, it's not like that we should not know foreign languages. It's must like to know English. Like it's almost today days are must to learn English. But I'm saying that for in the point of native colleges, it is more best to learn the native language only.
I would like
Okay,
to make a point.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I like to go that if someone from Kerala is only speaking their own language, they'll only know their own history, their own culture, and their own knowledge. But if they communicate with some other people in a medium language, they'll be able to know the other person's knowledge, the other person's how the culture, and the other person's in the history. So you'll be able to communicate and pass on knowledge which was not there before.
I want to oppose this point. Now, for example, you can check it to yourself in case your school is a school from where a different region people come. Now, will you be like so much discussing about their culture? How can you think you can learn that? Because it's in college, it's not at all possible. That's what I'm like.
Yeah, but if you talk to the other person, if you get to know them, you will be able to understand what their culture is and what their knowledge is and all that, right? So you need to able to talk to them. So that for that you need a medium language like English.
Yeah.
People can talk.
So the previous point I mentioned only, everyone are not so fluent in English in all regions, and especially in India, it is the most because it's very populated. So that's the main reason actually. The government can't ensure proper education for all people. So that's what I'm trying to tell. The people who are not comfortable with English, for them their syllabus is more important than English. English they can also learn separately. It's not a difficult task, but they would not like it with college. In school means it's okay, but college means it might be difficult for them. Their syllabus is more important for them.
Okay, I want to tell something.
Okay, so
now if you're in Oman, then their national language is Arabic. But have you made an effort to even learn Arabic? That is like, hi, bye, and all the stuff in Arabic, but we can't actually have a pure conversation in Arabic. That is because we use English to talk to the person who doesn't know our mother tongue. We can talk with them in English because English is a major language, and however we can cooperate with communicating in English. So the same thing happens in college when a student can't understand your particular mother tongue and English, or even the person from the same locality doesn't understand English. They can at least understand, because English is a major language, they will understand a bit, and it'll be easier for them to translate the syllabus into their language because the professors might also come from their own locality. So this is the point I want to make.
But actually, learning is difficult in colleges, right?
And also, even now we are debating in English, not in our own mother tongue, because we know it's a major language. We can communicate it in English.
I know. I think someone spoke in Malayalam. You are in the course of art of money management, right? You know, right?
Let others oppose, like Meenakshi, Rishikesh. Like you can also oppose.
പറയാനായിരുന്നു അതായത് ഇപ്പോ പല പല റീജിയൻസിന്ന് ആൾക്കാർ പഠിക്കാൻ വരുമ്പോ അവരൊക്കെ ഒരു പേരുള്ള കോളേജിലേക്കാവുള്ള വരിക. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ അവിടെ വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇപ്പൊ ഒരു ഉദാഹരണത്തിന് IIT എടുക്കാം. IIT-യിൽ വന്നാൽ തന്നെ അവിടുത്തെ ഫീസ് കൊടുക്കണം, ഒപ്പം അവിടുത്തെ താമസിക്കാനുള്ള ചെലവ്, ഭക്ഷണ ചെലവ് അതൊക്കെ വേണം. ഇതൊക്കെ താങ്ങാൻ ശേഷിയുള്ളവരെ വരുള്ളൂ. അപ്പോ ഇതൊക്കെ താങ്ങാൻ ശേഷിയുള്ളവര് എങ്ങനെയായാലും ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് 1 തൊട്ട് 12 വരെ പഠിച്ച ശേഷമാകും വരിക. അപ്പൊ അവർക്കത് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പറയുക എന്നുള്ളത് അത്ര ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കാര്യമല്ല. അതാണ് എനിക്ക് പറയുന്നത്. ഇപ്പൊ സ്വന്തം പാവപ്പെട്ട കുട്ടികളാവും. അപ്പൊ അവർക്ക് അത് താങ്ങാൻ ശേഷിയില്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് അവർ IIT പോലുള്ള പേരുള്ള കോളേജിലേക്കൊന്നും വരില്ലല്ലോ. അതാണ് എനിക്ക് പറയാം.
Can anyone please translate what Rishikesh said?
Yes, he said that students from different regions take admission in a college because they have money to join in that college. Like, I mean, if a person from any other region is coming and joining in a college, so he said that those who study those who come and study in another region, so they join there to study, and probably they know the language and all. So he said.
Can I add a last point?
Yes, Jyotish.
Actually, Ritesh was telling like English, actually communicating in English in colleges might be useful for them to learn English easily. But here actually we can't use, like colleges are already very hard for many people. They might feel hard. So English can also be learned separately. It's not necessary that they have to learn it in college. Like many people, like our elder people, they all many people I have seen, they have learned English after finishing colleges only, just through experience. So it's not so necessary that they need to learn it in college, as it's already a lot of pressure.
Can I oppose that?
Yes, you can.
So like if you don't know like how to speak English in like childhood only, like you could have faced many problems. Like imagine you're going to a shop and you don't know like what you should buy. Like you imagine the shopkeepers from another state, then what will you do?
Can you repeat the last one you told, the last word?
No, imagine if you are going to a shop and the shopkeepers from another country or like a state, like he's from Andhra and you know only like Kannada or Tamil or Malayalam, then what will you do?
If he's in that region, he will definitely know enough to communicate. I mean, what I mean is, it will be enough for like all the shopping. Yeah.
Jyotish, so till, even if you study in government school, only till 12th you can learn with your mother tongue. Every college now, I mean, if you want to live sophisticated and go outside the country, abroad or something, you will need to know English, because every college, like central government colleges, for example IIT, they will always teach in English. So if you want explanation, you can personally go to the a professor or ask them doubt. That can be done, right? It is not like just because you're in your state, you should always look at the majority. And we are using English as our major language. In most of the colleges, English is used, because even if you go abroad, you need English. So if you're learning in your own mother tongue, you can only work in your own locality.
So we are just saying that the native language must not be imposed on anyone. It's fine if people want to learn their native language, and institutions must have courses in native language too. But for people who wish to learn in English, there must be courses in English too. That's what we were saying. So in earlier times, many people in India were migrating to countries like US, Canada, Australia, mainly due to they were more known about these countries were more known in India earlier, but now we can see people migrating to Switzerland, Germany, Japan, Korea, and all those countries. And even though you need a basic knowledge of the languages of the country, you only need enough to communicate with people there. You can undergo courses in English. So it would be very useful because the quality of education in various parts of the world is actually, different. So if I wanted to receive education in Delhi or something, it might be difficult for me if courses were taught in Hindi from the starting. So I might learn to understand and communicate in Hindi in like a couple of months, but those couple of months I can't just sit in the class without knowing something. So engineering is actually a very popular course among students nowadays, and IIT Kharagpur, IIT Roorkee, all those IITs are actually people usually choose IITs for engineering. They prefer IITs because of the quality of education there. And Kharagpur is actually in West Bengal, and if we actually needed to know Bangla to actually, undergo engineering in West Bengal, then it might be very difficult for students because we actually don't know if we might get admission in West Bengal or Uttar Pradesh or Tamil Nadu. So it's okay. It's actually fine if courses are their native tongue, but there must be an option to undergo the course in English too. That's my point.
I would also like to make a point. Like, so in countries like Dubai, where more than 70% of the population is immigrants, and these immigrants are not only coming from one country but from many other countries which speak different languages. And for them to communicate with each other and function in one place, they need a language. They need to communicate with each other in a medium language. So if they start learning English early on, it will be easier for them to communicate with other people of other countries and other languages. That's it.
Okay.
Now can I? Because they were all from the opposite team. So can I speak now?
Yes, you can.
Actually,
It's time to wind.
Yeah, I'll finish it in a minute. So Meenakshi was, I think she was requesting that courses should be available in English too. Actually, I was telling it multiple times. Our point is that only. For now, most of them are in English. We mean that we also need courses in native languages. That's it.
So Megha, did you have any points or anything to?
I don't have any points.
Okay, so I think questions are over. So I welcome judges to comment on this debate.
Okay, I will go first. Let me ask the moderator, do you want to make a final statement? No pressure, no pressure. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Sir, I don't understand. Like,
ask the moderator what you feel, what you think about the debate we had.
it was a good debate. Like, Anirudh, Jyotish, they have done a very good job. Like, they had presented very well, and some of them didn't come up after. Sometimes they come up. So just make sure that everyone have participated well. So that's it.
Okay, yeah, thanks. And Clemmy was involved from the very beginning. So what do you think? Like, it's the 10th session, I think, of Rise Up. So have we changed a lot, or it has gone better, or
yes, if you are looking the first session, it was not a group debate, and after we changed into group debate, and we had changed a lot, like to make statements, to ask questions, and now we have a lot of improvement. Like most of them have started to speak, take 1 minute to express their points. Before that only took like 30 seconds. So that's a very good improvement.
yeah, yes. So yeah, I can definitely see a change, and again in the pattern, we are getting into the pattern of a debate, a proper debate. In the first session, I remember still was a bit of a chaos, and there was no structure. But now we are getting into the track, but still way to go. But definitely the improvement is there. So thanks, Clemmy, for sending this timestamp again. One point we've been highlighting from the very beginning is to use the participants. Just use all of your time, the 2 minutes. I know it's a bit difficult, when you don't have the topic up front. You only get the topic when you start the debate, so it may take, you may not have enough points, or you may not get enough time to prepare for the topic. But I request, just reiterate your points. A few points you have, it's only 2 minutes, so but try to use most of the time. So I can see people like Jyotish, Megha, and Meenakshi, also Ritesh and Avanashya used most of the time, more than 1 minute, which is good. And there was some good points as well. So good, keep it up. And one name, Jyotish, you did really good. You were particularly involved in the discussions. And I might be a bit biased here because I was only in one breakout room, and Jyotish was quite contributing, and also Megha made some good points as well. So keep that going. I think Andrew had a confusion about the timing. So Clemmy, next time it's on you to make sure that everyone is on board with that timing.
Yes, sir. Actually, I was very confused. Like, can we should express 1 point in 2 minutes, or both the points in 2 minutes? So I got confused in that way.
No. Yes, it's basically, you use your time 2 minutes, and you can make as many number of points you want. So, and later in the discussion, it was quite obvious that Anirudh had some points to make, and he did actually. Jyotish came forward. Meenakshi did really very well. So yeah, overall, good discussion. Ritesh, as usual, very good. Shreyas did really good, particularly during the discussion. But again, when you have the time to speak, try to use most out of the time. Yes. That's from my side. I'm not giving a verdict, not because I have a strong view on this, and I don't want to be biased, but because both team did really good. Really, I cannot. There was no obvious winners from my side, so both of you, both teams did really good effort. Yeah, some people can come forward a bit more, but again, I believe it will happen eventually. Yeah. Yeah, that's from my side, Leon's.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Leon.
Yeah. This is really good. I'm first time watching you. So you already did almost 10 sessions, and I'm really surprised and amazed the way you performed, each one of you. And in fact, I didn't expect this kind of active involvement, and probably you're setting a good model for, some of the television debates, and the way you were, coming up with the points peacefully, and at times, coming up on very specific points hardly also, it was interesting. So for started Anirudh, I think he started he started the fire, right, with the that native language, why it is important, and especially bringing that social angle, considering the India scenario as such, having college education so he started with that, and IIT, I think, brought the future point and medical terms. I noticed those specific things, but one of the really debated thing is that medical science terms or scientific terms which is difficult to learn in mother tongue. So IIT, I think, brought that point intelligently. I observed that. And then Navjit came again, the social angle was and then Nikhil with the diverse cultural background, popular language concept, history to communicate history between different people, all those things came in between. And then Jyotish, just like, real warrior, for, to talk for the native language again from a society angle. It was really good, and he agreed on that middle path. Some colleges are required; it's a government responsibility. Note that point. He brought again that it's a government responsibility, and all of that. And then Meenakshi again argued. Well, I noticed one word. One point is about Korea. How it is taught there, and then another word I noticed is can't impose. It's a very important thing, and brought another example of IIT Calcutta and what will happen from someone from here go there, and so different ideas were coming when each one when they came in for supporting or opposing, and that's really good. And Mega came with one interesting point: concepts will be strong in mother tongue. So totally different point I observed. And Ridesh again brought back that diverse India concept and traveling abroad and any other countries. Chucky, I think, in between Chuck with a translation option of translating mother tongue to English. And then Avinash again with discriminations. That was another point, from one single out point: discrimination happening because of regional languages. So this could be a English, or a more popular language could be an option to to bring it down. And again about job opportunities. So no question on all that. These are all different points. And Rishikesh, right? Rishikesh so argued in Malayalam itself for the native language, and he was arguing that anyway people in IIT will speak in English. They are coming from, most of them, from rich families. So the option of having the mother tongue is important. And the concepts point, he again brought that, I think, the fundamentals point in. So all these are good, right? And Sriyesh as well, and more experienced teachers, the teachers angle from different colleges and all that. So everyone, I would say each and everyone brought up with very important points, and some of them argued really standing for that. And I'm very happy to see this. As I say, in any years, I think the last year when Kerala state decided to give an option for college students to learn technology in mother tongue also. So there are practical, so everybody knows that practical difficulties, everybody started with certain points, everybody came to a middle path, and everybody understands their options, and everybody understands the brighter side of the whole world, where, and I think though no one focused on maybe, why Germany in German, Japanese in Japan, and China, and all their very developed countries, even with their own mother tongue. I think discussion didn't go to that point. That is the only thing which I noticed. But otherwise, I think what would have happened in a national channel in India, I think you have covered brilliantly. So all of you have won. And yeah, so that's my answer. Summary, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Linus. And just wanted to add one point on the IIT thing. And again, it's not necessarily like those. There was, during the discussion, it was told that it's only rich people come into IIT and they survive there. But again, it's not always the case. The premier institutes have also all sort of mix of people. There may be a bit of bias because of the access to the training they get, but it's not necessarily the case all the time. Yeah, and also, yeah, to add on to what Leon just said, yeah, I was expecting some sort of discussion regarding the countries like Germany and some European countries, but also, again, they too are moving towards English very subtly. They start to teach English from the school as well, schools as well. So yeah, but again, yeah, it's all good to see everyone was involved, and again, everyone kept the decorum. Everyone stick to their time, and also Clemmy did a good job moderating everyone. And yeah, that was all. Thanks.
Yeah, noting time. I that is really good.
literally noted down the time. Timekeeping in the seconds. So yeah, thanks, Chloe, for that. But yeah, it's good effort there. Yeah. So yeah, just to conclude, my only point would be, my only advice to everyone is to keep seeing the debates in YouTube. There are proper debates happening on various topics. It's all available in YouTube for free. Look into the proper debate. There are a few from the Oxford Union. It's all in there. Try to build your idea on various topics. Try to make your own opinion on various things based on all the arguments. So that's the whole point of having a debate. You get to hear or you get to listen to all different topics or all different opinions, ideas. So keep listening to that, not to the news channel debates. Those are not debates. Never listen to that. But there are lots of proper debates available in YouTube. It's not only just to develop your debating skills, but also you will have a better understanding on various topics all over. So that's the whole point. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good point. So what we see in television is not the right debates, because last day I think some television snippet was going around. The dialogue was, so for example, Jyotish and Avinash is talking. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? The debate was going on.
Yes,
who
sir,
are you to say
in some type of debates, it will be like, no, what? Shut up. So do know my point is only correct like that it will be. So it is.
Yeah,
This
so
was more
that's
decent.
wrong. Those are wrong examples. The only concluding point is respect all languages. Let us not be fanatic irrespective of this debate.